How you been, Mafk?
Me? All right. You know.
You're doing good?
Generally speaking, you know, we moved to Florida about 15 months ago. It's been an adjustment. It's not easy. I've made friends, and I'm getting in a groove. It's fun.
Nice, man. That's beautiful.
I miss my sonny.
You miss your son?
Yeah.
I know. I'm busy in Miami doing things. You know. It was a great run doing the mom videos. You know. Kind of just stopped it randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to Europe, and then I don't know. I came back and I don't know. Just like it felt a bit inorganic at the end. You know. Like. Having to, like, I love you, but, like, having to record with your mom, like, every day, it gets, like...
Part of me understands that,
gets a little...
because I remember being 20, and I was living in Boston. I was far, you know, my parents were in Brooklyn, and I was in Boston, and I went and spent time with them, of course, but I wanted my own life, so part of me understands that. And then the other part of me is, like, I just think we had a good thing going, and it's a business, and we could have kept it growing the way it was. And I think I like the mom-son dynamic that we have.
Yeah, I like it too. Like, it's good, you know, it's fun, but you know, it's just like there's a lot of like trannies. Just like you love yelling about trannies and stuff.
No, we don't have to talk about that. I talk about politics and news and stuff. We didn't have to talk about the transgender phenomenon all the time. I like talking. I talk about plenty of other stuff on my channel now.
It's transgeneral. Well, I guess the channel's demonetized anyways, so I don't think it really matters, does it? What'd I say?
Well, it's temporarily demonetized. I believe we'll be able to get it back.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But
This is awkward for you.
It is?
Yeah, I know you. I'm your mother.
I mean, it's the first time doing this in like 6 months.
I know, but don't make it awkward.
How am I being awkward? What did I do?
I don't know. Look at you.
Sip of water. Awkward sip of water.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess like towards the end of like the last run of Mom Reacts videos, it just, like I said, it felt really stale. I wasn't looking forward to doing them. And I wanted to just like, I liked making videos on my own better. You know, like I've always told you I didn't want to do mom stuff forever when we were doing them. I just like, I cut it off pretty poorly, you know? But I don't know. Like, that's why now, like, I feel like now is a better time. Like, our relationship's fine and whatever. Like, we, I don't know, we were kind of arguing a bit for a while. And then it's like now, you know, I made the decision, like, it's a better time. Our relationship's good. Like, I'm happy with doing it. And it feels better. Just like this.
I listen, I said all along I would like for us to keep working together and have us both also do other things. We both found our own way of that we really like putting stuff out. I like the news, the politics. You like whatever's going on in the 20-year-olds' worlds. And you touch on news and politics too. What I do still want is for us to do some work together, because I think you're growing up and I think it's so cool to see you change and your perspectives and your intelligence and knowledge, and I've really enjoyed watching that, and I like participating in it too. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at, and I would be curious to see what, you know, the audience who has watched us want. I'm not looking to do anything that's forced. I don't want to force this either. You know, you gave me the opportunity to actually do something for my country. So by getting me on that camera for all those, you know, those hundreds of videos we did together, you got me comfortable on the camera, and you helped me to understand the video world more than I ever did, because I don't have any experience. And I ended up making the documentary about, you know, what's going on, the sexualization of our kids in schools. And I'm out there now, you know, doing guest appearances on other podcasts and fighting and making a difference. So I don't need to talk about that with you all the time. It's not something but, you know, I'm also on the phone making calls and getting involved in other political issues, and I really enjoy that. But
yeah, you're always doing some new
so we do need to be fighting out there. Like, you're 20, you don't understand what this country was like and how awesome it was. and how much love and patriotism and respect there was in this country, we were never divided like this. Barack Obama came in and just like cut this place apart, and you never experienced it. So
it was Barack, right?
I have to fight to hopefully save the country so that you do get to experience it by the time you're 25 or 30 years old.
Like, for the longest time, like I said, I just simply didn't want to do these videos. Like, it wasn't a matter of anything else.
You just got sick of me, and it showed. But
yeah,
that's what happened. It wasn't nice.
No, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Oh, yeah. You know, children just torture their parents, and we just got to take it. That's it.
Oh, I didn't torture you. I just, like, didn't want to make videos anymore, like, reacting to shit. So I don't even do that many, like, solo live streams. It's just, I'll do them sometimes, but it's just not really my thing. Like, I don't know.
I think we both outgrew the reactions. I think that's why I'm saying, having more intelligent, grown-up conversations. We started the reactions, you were 18? 18 years old still?
Yeah, 18.
You were a kid. It was kid stuff, but we're more mature now.
Mom reacts to Andrew Tate, yeah.
It was fun.
There's been so many different eras, too. There was, like, the Mom reacts to Tate. And the funny thing about that first video is it went so viral that there's so many, like, day one people. You know what I mean? Like, red pill stuff, like, making fun of trannies and, like, Sexy Red and those people. It's great. And then the religion stuff. And then I did public interviews. And then the Fat G phase. Like, there's so many different phases. It's so crazy to look at, And once in a blue moon, you would let me pick a topic. Your topics were just
some of them did very well. Okay?
It was like Mom reacts to abortion. You're like, we need to show the people about how abortions work. I'm like, why do we need to watch this? Like, it's just fuck, man. You know what got annoying to me about this whole space is everyone kind of just says the same shit, and it's like the regurgitated talking point was, I don't care if you want to be trans, just don't show the kids. And I've said it too, but like over a certain amount of time, I just heard it so many times that I was just like, holy shit, like I don't want to talk about this stuff. I wonder if people are going to watch this. Like, I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, my YouTube also got a back-end shadow ban, and like my second video ever did better than like a lot of the recent ones. And the recent ones are on niche. So who knows if this video even gets views, or have we just been yapping? Like, have we just been like talking bullshit for 20 minutes, or do you think people will watch this? Like, I don't even know. I don't know if people give a shit that we had a, little behind the scenes roller coaster. I don't know. But I can say that over the past 9 months, I've gotten a lot of DMs and comments on my stuff, like, hey, when are you guys doing a video together again? Yeah. And then, so I do think that there is something here. Basically, to summarize this whole conversation and shit is, we'll start doing live streams on my channel somewhat, semi-consistently. Like, I'm not going to be here all the time. Like, I live my own life in Miami where I'm posting, doing work all friggin' day. And then we'll meet up once in a while, and we'll do content like this, not reacting to trannies, talking, shooting shit, and then post the stuff on your channel. So go subscribe to my mom's channel. Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, that's cool. Why are you giving me that look? What did I do wrong? What look? You're just looking at me. This is what you do. I just look. I'm like, this is just my face. This is just who I am. If I start to talk fast or talk high, he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, this is my personality. Yeah. This is just who I am. You should know by now. You've known me from the second you were born. You see, this is like... That's all I hear. It's all like... Oh, stop. Honestly, like, the main thing I've been focused on is just, like, business shit, because like we have businesses externally from content and my own videos, which I kind of went through like a slump for a little bit with making my own stuff, and I'm really back on it now. Like, it feels really nice being able to post consistently and like really get at it, filming, you know what I mean? It feels like I'm depressed when I'm not moving forward, you know what I mean? I know exactly what you mean, and I felt the same way, and I also was in a slump. Yeah. And I think we're both just like super active and creating right now, and we're kind of one of those creative, and it's really fun. And like, it's funny, like, I think that the biggest issue that nobody talks about, like, worse than porn, I genuinely believe like scrolling on social media is worse than porn, because everyone's addicted to it and no one talks about it. And the thing is with social media addiction is it's with you 24/7. Like, yeah, maybe you jerk off like before you go to sleep or something like that. I don't know. Maybe some people really have issues like that. But with work, like when you're working, when you're doing homework, when you're doing anything, it's so easy to just go like that and click on Instagram. And now your consciousness is immediately off of whatever you were thinking through. Like whatever problem you had to think through, instantly you can just erase that and forget it and just look at Instagram and Twitter. And like I did a dopamine detox for a week because like my brain just felt so fried. And then I downloaded this app. It's called Opal. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. And you can limit your screen time on it because like I just didn't want to look at that shit anymore.
So, I just want to add to what you said. So I've been taking, I walk the dog a few times a day, and a lot of times now I've been leaving my phone at home, because I find myself, looking at the phone sometimes for our walks sometimes, and I'm not even like,
present for a walk. It's like it's so mind-boggling.
And or sometimes even if I have the phone, I'll be like, stop it, and I put it in my pocket, and I look at the sky, and I see the clouds, and I look at the dog, and I smile, and he looks up at me, and he smiles, and
you know what's funny is like all that time you're on your phone, he's in the same presence. He's always in that presence of just like sniffing and looking around and looking at you, and like sometimes you're just not there present with him.
Yeah, and it's sad. And the dopamine rush from looking at the clouds and feeling the breeze and acknowledging those things and how wonderful it is to just be out in nature, like that's a way better dopamine rush than I'm getting out of this thing.
You genuinely feel retarded after scrolling. Like it's so. This is why I say I think it's worse than porn. I think it's worse than anything. Because, like, I've had times where, I've done other stuff. Like, I've even gone up the next day and I've gotten to work. But if I'm scrolling on TikTok for an hour, it ruins my day. And so I made this my screensaver, and it's, like, read, go on a walk with no phone, work out, meditate, make new, like, course scripts and videos, make a useful, watch a useful video, write YouTube scripts, short scripts, check in on the networks I'm in, and, like, journal. And, like, I have this list. And so then when I got fucking stuck throughout the day, I would just come back to this shit.
There's irony in all of that.
Because what the irony is my business is literally capitalizing off of people looking at that.
That's what I was getting at. Like both of us are in front of the camera making content to distribute on these.
Be a creator, not a consumer. Like that's literally what I teach people is like make those videos that you post on TikTok and get paid $1,000 a million views. Like people are making bread with that right now.
Right.
Fuck scrolling. I could care less.
Or go make literal bread. Create something. Be a creator of something and not a consumer of media. And
it's actual brain rot. Like even when I went to visit my friends in college, and it's like, I don't know. I'm a hater for this one, but like I just cannot be asked to give a shit about sports. I've never really been that invested into other people. The person I've been most invested into was Andrew Tate. Probably. Like, because we fucking would watch everything he do. Which is so crazy to look back at. Like, I watch this motherfucker's every move. I don't even, like, watch him anymore, which is so crazy. I still like Andrew Tate a lot. Like, I really don't have a problem with the guy at all. But, like, I don't know, watching podcasts and stuff, it's kind of like the same points that he used to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of the same stuff. I filmed the grandma's video earlier, and I asked grandma about Sneeko. And she was like, oh my God, she loves Sneeko.
She's mentioned it at least 5 times to me. She thinks Sneeko is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
She did not like him on YouTube.
No, but in person, when you meet him in person, he is just the nicest young man. Oh, I could not believe he was such a sweetheart. And she just, I think she's got like a little crush on him.
Yeah. You know the funny thing about where I live is like all the content creators you watch, like Fresh and Fit, Sneeko, like we're all right next to each other. So I see them basically every single day. Just living my life. And I was walking with my grandma and I saw Sneeko. Yeah, they just did the classic bullshit for 5 minutes. Like, oh, like you're on a cruise? Like, nice. And, just that stuff. It's nonsense, but grandma eats it up. I've been a bit more religious lately, too. I've been praying and stuff, which is nice, Like, start and end the day.
Really? Have you? Because I've been praying that you would be praying.
Yeah.
I mean it.
Yeah, I have been. I haven't gone to church. Every time, like, I keep saying, like, like, my friend in the building, I'm like, let's go to church on Sunday. And we just haven't gone.
I wish you would come here for a weekend, come on a Saturday, and come to church with me on Sunday sometime.
Yeah. I'm also, like, to be honest, like, I'm still just, like, researching religion and stuff. Like, church sounds nice, but then you go, and it's, like, an old man yapping, and you can't even understand what he's talking about. And then, like, I have a lot of you know, like Muslim friends too. So like I still have a lot of like research to do on stuff.
Every church is different.
But like, yeah, I don't really like that. Doesn't like make sense to me. Like, why is every church different? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, there are a lot of reasons, but if you just want to focus on the priest or the preacher, I mean, because it's different human beings and they have different messages that they are trying to get to their congregation, because every congregation has different needs and a different general population, you know. So it's you gotta. I have really fallen in love with my church because they're you know, he just is so passionate about the Bible and the messages and the, you know, the lessons for us. And I always walk out feeling like I know more about God and how I'm supposed to be walking through life, you know. And I've also been to church where I walk out and I'm like, oh, thank goodness it's over. That was the most boring hour of my life, you know. So you have to. I don't think you've been to my church yet for service.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll come. You got any final thoughts or anything?
No, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good talking to you. Eat some meatballs after this shit. All right,
go to church.
We'll be live. Make sure you watch the recent videos that we're posting on both channels. Like, I'm putting a lot of effort into mine. I know my mom's putting a lot of effort into hers. I'm hosting a live class on Thursday whenever you're watching this. You can check the link at the top of the description to see if there's any more spots. That's where I'm talking about all my business shit, what I've been up to, how you guys can get started as well. Specifically with like short form marketing, how to grow an account and then how to monetize it. I don't want to talk about that too much on this channel. I want to keep this really entertaining and, you know, mindful content, not just short form marketing. And yeah, I think that's about it. So just stay tuned and turn on the bell because YouTube has been railing me. Susan doesn't like me. We're fully demonetized, even though we haven't made anything crazy in months. And yeah, there's a back-end shadow ban. So hopefully if you're seeing this, turn on the bell, and I'll see you later.